Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Great to have you with us as we start the weekend together. Well, we're on the threshold of the weekend anyway. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Warning, there are some agonizing things to go over today. We're on full Joe Biden alert. The guy is just...
Never ending with this guy. Never ending.
Never. But, you know, he's the president, so sadly, I guess you got to pay attention to it to a certain extent. But it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
A lot of these are one-time through things. You know, you can't, hey, you know that thing I heard yesterday? Let's play that again. No. It's like, I haven't heard this yet, so let's play it once, see if we can get through it. This is something else. I mean, this is the guy you might remember during the campaign said, hey, by the way, the buck stops here. We will take responsibility for our actions. And that hasn't happened once. Not even once have they accepted responsibility for anything. And they've had how many disasters?
Yeah.
Dozens and dozens of disasters, including, you know, Afghanistan, which they said couldn't have gone any better. You can't do it any better than we did it.
I mean, they just continue to lie. Everything is a lie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just everything is a lie.
And we know that, but it still kind of takes me aback a little bit, like yesterday. I mean, this is outrageous. Here's what he had to say about, you know, the situation he's in and gas prices and all that.
The most common price of gas in America is $3.39.
That's a lie.
Down
No
from
way.
over $5 when I took office.
Pause
That's
it
a
for a
lie.
second.
That's it. That's it. That's the clip.
Rob, is that it?
Yeah.
That was it. The whole
Lie,
clip?
lie.
We got a lot of lies going on there.
All right, one more time. I just said you can't hear this multiple times, but
You can't.
we're going
Go
to.
ahead.
2 lies.
The most common price of gas in
Most common
America
price.
is $3.39.
Really?
Down from over $5 when I took office.
Ah! It was not $5 when he took office.
No.
It was $5 just a short time ago. 6 months ago? It was $5 a gallon. Under his watch, when he took office, it was $2.24,
Something like that.
$2.46.
Two-
Yesterday, we had a figure that was $2.46. On
think-
Inauguration
I
Day.
think it was lower than that.
Well, it was lower than that when Trump won. It was $1.87 or something when Trump won. But by the time everybody knew Biden was coming into
Right.
office, things started to spike, and it was up to $2.46.
Okay.
Was it 247 or was it 220?
Yesterday, I
don't
think
know.
we had a figure of 246,
Okay.
but
All right.
I've heard a
Either way,
bunch of different stats.
It wasn't 5.
It wasn't
It was not
$5.
It was less than. It was half of 5.
Yeah.
So complete lies. It was $5 a gallon when I took office. No, provably false. A provable lie.
It doesn't matter.
Again.
They just lie. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They continue to lie. And even if they get called on it, they just lie again.
And the most common price is $3.39 now. Really?
Oh.
Let's see the national average. Most common national average.
That seems different than what he said.
$3.76.
Okay.
A
This
gallon.
liar.
Is there some nuance to what is it? The most common price people are paying?
Yeah, the most
It's
common.
fine.
I don't
Sure,
know how
okay.
you
What is that?
get away with that, but there isn't a most common. If you were to look at all the prices around the country, would that really be true? Yeah, the most common price is $3.39. What?
I mean, it's
Is this a
$2.90.
new stat too? We're going to do most common price now.
It's under 3. It's under 3. The places I go by.
Yeah.
You know, $2.99,
Is it
$2.87. I think is
Sam's
the
Club, or
cheapest I
where
saw.
you
Sam's
getting
was $2.87. It's $2.99 at the big shops.
The big
The
shop.
big shops. It's
Sam's
$2.99 at the big
pretty,
shops.
Pretty big. I don't know if it gets much bigger than Sam's Club. So, just flat out, provably false. a proven liar over and over. But we've got his word as a Biden.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
On so many things. So that helps. That lets you know that what we know to be true just isn't, because he wouldn't lie about that.
He told us that the economy was on the brink of disaster when he took office yesterday.
He did.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
What's this, man?
All right.
Please tell me we have that.
Yeah, we
Please.
have that. The clip you just sent
Let's
in.
just take a look at the facts.
Okay,
When I
let's.
took office, the economy was in ruins.
No.
My predecessor was the first president
No.
since Herbert Hoover.
Listen to this.
Not a joke to lose jobs in the entirety of his administration.
Pause
First,
it. Again, why would anybody think that's a joke? Hey, remember the old joke about
People
the
losing their
economy
jobs?
being the worst since Herbert Hoover? Remember that old joke? How many times have we laughed about that together?
Oh.
This time, I'm not joking about it. What you?
So the same party that says, "Man, we had this was unprecedented. COVID was so deadly. It caused so many decisions we had to make, hard decisions that once in a lifetime, you know." And, oh, by the way, Trump, man, he's the worst since Hoover. Can you believe that? Can we have some context on those job losses? No. We
No,
can't.
of course not,
Oh my gosh,
because that would explain it, and then you don't want that.
not a joke.
All right, go back to the beginning. It's so agonizing. Let's see if we can get through it.
let's just take a look at the facts. When I took office, the economy was in ruins.
Not a fact.
My predecessor was the first president since Herbert Hoover.
No.
Not a joke to lose jobs
Not a
in
joke.
the entirety of his administration. The first. Unemployment when I was sworn in was at 6.4%. Hundreds of thousands of small businesses closed. The irony is that during the pandemic, the record number of Americans became, at the same time we lost all these small companies, a record number of Americans became billionaires in the middle of this crisis.
Wait, so that's a good thing,
While
right?
more than
A
9
record
million
number?
people were still out of work from the pandemic when I took office. Today, with the help of the people behind me,
Because they were being
We're in
paid
a
to stay
much better
home,
place.
man.
10 million jobs created since we took office.
No, you didn't
A record
create
for any
them.
administration in
This
American
is so
history.
infuriating.
Wow, it is.
Unemployment is at
How long is this
3.5%, the lowest it's
I
been in
don't know.
50
Shut
years.
up.
It was even longer. I go.
I can I recommend John Ziegler just started this podcast, and it's The Death of Journalism. And episodes 2 and 3, it's a 2-part series that goes through the domino effect of what we lived through. Things that you've just forgotten, decisions that have been made along the way. How the Ivy League canceling their basketball tournament effectively ended all sports. How Gavin Newsom closing California just paved the way for all Democrat blue states to do the same. And he, of course, concludes, and I think he's absolutely accurate, these decisions were just made to sabotage the presidency of Donald Trump. And now they can use this stuff not only in 2020, but they continue to use this stuff. And it's just madness what this nation put up with and continues in many areas.
Yeah. He's putting all the blame for the pandemic on Donald Trump.
It's madness.
And yet they had a cow when Trump said 15 days to slow
Yeah.
the curve. 15 days. And they didn't want that. No. You can't open things back up by Easter. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
He would have had it be much, much, much worse.
I think right along the lines of what Jeffy always says, never bend the knee. And that's the thing that John walks through. He's like, Trump said, we're not shutting down America. And then Trump says, okay, we'll give you 15 days. We're opening up by Easter. And then it continues to this diminishing.
I mean, we've seen the damage that shutting down not only America but the global economy has done.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still trying to come back from that.
Yep.
I mean, that was a huge
And never
mistake.
mind what the damage we have done to our children. That you just can't.
I'm talking about
make
the
up for
economy,
that.
though. Who cares about the
I was
kids?
saying in addition to that.
Yeah, but what about your wife's grandchildren? Don't you care about them?
Yeah.
Okay. But he got to the heart of the matter, though. He got to the real issue in America. There's a problem that has not been addressed, and fortunately,
Oh, yeah, different
Joe
speech.
Biden is on it.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Here it is.
Decision. Some airlines, if you want 6 more inches between you and the seat in front, you pay more money.
Yeah.
But you don't know it
No, you do.
until
No, you do know.
purchase your ticket.
Not true.
Look, folks,
Untrue.
these are
Not
junk
true.
fees. They're unfair and they hit
Junk
marginalized
fees.
Americans the hardest, especially low-income folks and people of color. They benefit big corporations.
Okay, pause it.
Legroom is racist.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Whitey has longer legs than black people, I guess. I don't know how that disproportionately affects black people.
How is that?
I don't. And you don't know it until you buy the ticket? Wait a minute. Maybe if I'm not interested in taking a trip, I don't know it. But as soon as I take the trip and I look at the ticket pricing, they do tell you
Everything.
It's an extra $40 to sit here.
Everything.
You want more leg room? $40. Okay.
Just when you think they have tagged everything possible to be racist, they go and surprise you. No, you didn't know that, did you? Legroom is racist.
Well, junk fees.
Junk fees are racist.
Junk fees are racist.
Yeah. That's right. They are. They sure are. Jeez. Wow. Yesterday was a bad day with him.
Yeah, well, that was a couple days, yeah.
Oh,
Just
well, the last few were the other ones from that speech yesterday. The
Yes,
future
yeah,
made
yeah,
in
that was from
America.
yesterday. Yeah.
I mean, hideous. The guy. It is hard not to just hate this guy, but I don't, because that would be so wrong.
Would be wrong.
okay.
That's why I only dislike him with all the intensity of 10 trillion white-hot burning suns.
And that's fair.
That's fair, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sure
not hate.
I won't be condemned for that, right? That's not hate.
All right.
It's just extreme dislike. That's all that is. They're getting a little bit of an inkling, though, of what's coming for them.
Yes, they are.
What's coming is a GOP freight train, and it's going to crush them.
Good.
Chucky Schumer was caught on a hot mic discussing the upcoming Senate races.
Yeah, this is almost impossible to hear.
Yes. That seat.
That seat. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, looks like the debate didn't hurt us too much.
It's like the debate didn't hurt us too much
That's good.
in Pennsylvania. That's good.
Where's he getting that, by the way?
Getting some head of steam in Nevada. But Georgia is where it's dangerous. All right, you can kill this.
Okay.
All right, so did you get all that?
No, not
Okay.
really. But obviously, he's saying that one thing I got was that the debate wasn't that bad. Oh, no,
Didn't
it
hurt
was.
Didn't hurt him that much.
Yeah, it really did. Oz is now up by 3 points in a post-election or a post-debate poll.
No, so I've got Oz up 3 on a pre-debate poll.
Yeah, this is post, the one I have.
Oh, nice. Well, then it needs to.
Yeah.
Looks like he held it at least.
Yeah.
But certainly that lead has to be growing after that performance.
It has to.
Has to.
And he should have all the momentum now, because some people, did change their minds. I mean, not as many as should have changed their minds.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have a 1.
And some people
In
have
the
already
polling.
voted.
Yeah, a lot of people have already voted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but Schumer, he was saying that they're concerned about Georgia, Pennsylvania. The debate didn't hurt him too much.
He's okay with Nevada, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how can Pennsylvania? Come on. You can't do this.
No.
But see, now, part of my worry there, because we talked about this on Overtime yesterday, part of my worry there is the Secretary of State, or I guess Secretary of the Commonwealth up there, when she took over, she's like an interim or whatever, like the first thing she did was squash any kind of investigation into voting machines that was kind of on the docket there.
Mm-hmm.
And she is, I mean, I don't.
And they've already said that we were not going to know the outcome.
Yes.
on the election.
Yeah, for a
They've
few
already
days.
laid the groundwork for that.
Too many mail-in ballots.
Just can't. There's no way we can count that high.
Right.
on one
How
day.
did we
Yeah.
used to do this? And
I
now
don't
suddenly
know.
we can't.
I don't know.
You would think the technology would help it move faster.
It's like going to the moon, I guess. We got worse
Yeah.
at that. And so we're worse at counting votes now.
It's going to be cloudy
How much
over
do you-
Pennsylvania.
on election day. All right. Well, how much do you trust these polls anyway? Because remember, wasn't it Rasmussen we had a couple weeks ago saying, "Look, got to be honest with you." Was it Rasmussen? It was like, there's just so much fraud. We don't even know how to tell if these polls are accurate anymore.
I don't know.
I think it's just going to
I'm not
be.
sure who said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun election.
A little
night.
scary. The Senate seat in Georgia, though, it may look good for Herschel, but too many women might be coming forward now. We had, a couple of women by yesterday, and now another one. Yet another accuser is out there. Here she is. I think we have the still shot of her. This apparently Herschel Walker Press.
No, that's not. No, that is not who is accusing Herschel Walker.
Wow.
Could you put thank you?
There she is.
Wow. Wow. For those of you listening to the podcast, a picture of Stacey Abrams appeared on the screen.
And now it's a trans woman.
There's Dylan, right?
Yeah, that's Dylan.
The dude that went to the White House?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a hottie, am I right?
Oh, you're right.
You're right, Dylan.
And I guess they got an abortion because Herschel
Walker
pushed her into it. Probably be producing checks that he wrote to her or him or whatever.
Oh, it'd be a different name. And they'd be like, hey, who's this?
That was me.
Some dude.
All right, let me tell you about Rough Greens. Here's a good example of kind of what it's like to add Rough Greens to your dog's diet. So look at this dog that is very, very picky about what he eats, he or she.
There's a bowl full of food.
Got the bowl, but the dog doesn't seem to be terribly
Not at all.
interested.
Not at all.
Looks up there like, oh, okay, where's my Rough Greens? All right, so you got to put one of the little bits on a thing and pretend to chop it up. Put it back in the bowl. And now we're gonna microwave it. The dog wants its food to be handled just like it sees the human food being prepared.
Okay.
That's really funny.
You got to put some salt on it, right? Some seasoning.
Oh.
Now the dog's suddenly excited. Oh, now it's ready to eat.
Yeah, look at that. So that is the situation
Right.
with my dog and Rough Greens. I don't have to put it in the microwave.
Okay.
She's not that smart. But when I put the Rough Greens on there, oh yeah, now it's game time. So you can have the same situation happen with your dog, plus the benefits that come from that. Just sit back and watch how much healthier they'll be and more active with the vitamins and minerals and the probiotics and antioxidants that your dog's going to get from Rough Greens. And they love that taste. They really do. But there's a few that have not. Keith's dogs didn't go crazy for it. So if you want to make sure which camp your dog is in, Rough Greens doesn't want you to waste your money. They're going to send you a free bag, a sample bag to try out for a couple of days. And all you have to pay is the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com, ruffgreens.com, or 833-783-3364.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
The Federalist put together a partial list of some of the things that Democrats have declared a threat to our democracy. Seems like every day they come up with something new. So a list has been compiled, and here's just a few of the threats to our democracy. Number one, Donald Trump. Big time.
I knew you were going to say that.
Threat to our democracy. Those accusations began even before the 2016 election, so they've been pounding on him from day one, from day negative one, in fact. Another threat to our democracy, of course, Republicans.
Just in general. Mm-hmm.
Just in general, all the Republicans. The MAGA Republicans. Pathetic. Ted Cruz is a threat to our democracy, of course. We all know that. Brookings, a left-leaning think tank, described Republican Senator Ted Cruz as one of many copycat candidates who parrot Trump's moves and endorse his anti-democratic tactics in a piece titled, "Trump is not the only threat to our democracy." Then we've got Senator Josh Hawley. He earned the same judgment from Brookings as Cruz did. Josh Hawley, threat to our democracy. Then we come to Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is a threat to our democracy.
All right, he's rising up the old threat charts for Democrats.
Yep.
I like it. You better be afraid.
He is a raging, extreme threat to our democracy. he would kill democracy slowly and methodically, according to New York Magazine.
You would go slowly and well, that's better than just all in
Quickly.
one fell swoop, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. At least if it's methodical, it shouldn't be bloody along the way. Not as bloody.
Not as
anyway.
bloody, yeah.
Dr. Oz is a threat to our democracy. An impaired Fetterman who does not pose a threat to our democracy is better than a polished Oz who does. Remember what's at stake here, said the Lincoln Project. That's what they tweeted out before the debate. All right. Tudor Dixon, who, by the way, was on Glenn's show yesterday. Glenn interviewed her for, I don't know, half an hour or so. She was great. She was really good. And she's closing in on Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan. And she's been called a huge threat to our democracy by her incumbent
Of course she has.
opponent because she raised questions about election irregularities. In Wisconsin, another threat, Ron Johnson. And he's taking the lead in that race, so he could well be in a position to kill our democracy.
Absolutely.
Legitimately conducted elections are a threat to our democracy.
Wait, hold on. Rewind that one, please.
Speaking of Republicans, did you know that Americans choosing to elect GOP candidates is a threat to our democracy? That's what several of the nation's top propaganda publications want you to believe. American democracy can't survive unless the far right is marginalized. Here's how to do it. Went a Time magazine article last year.
Okay.
Just unbelievable. Should Republicans win, they will certainly attempt to end democracy as we know it in their states. Where are they getting this? The effort will probably look like an updated version of Jim Crow.
Oh. Wait, was it Jim Eagle? That's what that is.
Wow.
Or Jim
Yeah.
Crow on steroids. I can't decide which one Joe Biden likes better.
Questioning elections is a threat to our democracy. You can't even question them, except they do all the time. Unless if you're a Democrat, it's perfectly fine for you to say that the election wasn't legitimate, the winner's not legitimate, selected, not elected, they cheated, Russian collusion, all of that stuff is perfectly acceptable if you're Hillary Clinton or any other Democrat.
Not a Republican.
The events of January 6th, 2021, one of the
yeah.
biggest threats to our democracy. The actions on Capitol Hill of that mob proved to be as big a threat to our democracy as Pearl Harbor.
Well,
Pearl Harbor.
well, I mean-
or 9/11.
I mean, democracy almost died.
Almost.
It did that day.
Almost. Be clear.
And that was
That's what I
the
said.
day democracy almost died. That can't be reinforced enough. We cannot overstate that. It's impossible. No, there's, according to Rob, the
It's
big threat
biggest
to our democracy.
Why is that a threat?
Well, when you get
Proud
stuck
American.
between the moon and New York City, there's a lot of business that can't be conducted on the East Coast.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Air traffic gets shut down.
You can't launch rockets.
It's a rough go.
So. But yeah, Democrats say Americans' actions on Capitol Hill did more damage than either Pearl Harbor or 9/11.
Pathetic.
Not only was the Capitol riot an existential threat, according to leftists, New York Magazine says Americans' indifference about it is the real threat to our democracy. So not only was the actual
indifference about
event,
it.
but if you don't consider it the threat to our democracy they do, then that's a real threat to our democracy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's so agonizing.
Pathetic.
Election security legislation, of course. Yeah, you can't try to tighten things up at all as far as fraud is concerned with the election. If you dare say, hey, we don't need to conduct this like there's a pandemic going on anymore. Okay, we're past that point. You don't need drop boxes. We didn't have them before, and we should not have them now.
Racist?
That's
a
a
threat to democracy.
And a threat to democracy. Yes. But a racist is appropriate there as well, Jeffy. Thank you.
Racist, I mean, that's appropriate everywhere.
Yes.
Can we just be honest here?
Racism goes without saying.
Okay. Sorry.
So, poll watchers
Gimme.
are a threat to our democracy. I like this one.
What in the world?
Elon Musk. Man, are they freaked out about Elon.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah.
And now that he's going to, it looks like for sure, take over.
That's a done deal now, right?
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, it's a done deal now. He's giving everybody the boot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He came in and said, "Hey, Brock, get out."
Yeah, the head people got reported that they were escorted out by security.
That's great.
And
wow.
Tesla's engineers are now at the controls as we speak
of Twitter,
of Twitter and all the code and all that stuff. So,
wow.
I mean, it's happening quickly over there. And to your point about Elon Musk there was a tweet from Thomas Massey back in April when it was rumored that Elon was going to buy Twitter. I mean, this sums it up perfectly. Thomas Massey. Liberals aren't worried that they'll be censored on Twitter. They're worried that their ideas will be debated.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They can't handle it. They can't stand up to it. They can't defend their positions, and they know it. And that's why they must squash all opposition or even all discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this says he seems to believe that on social media, according to the Washington Post, anything goes. For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. Not less. Well, content moderation, what is that? That's squashing anybody else's point of view. That is unbelievable. I thought democracy died in darkness at the Washington Post. Isn't that their thing? Not now.
Not now.
Not anymore. Not only is Musk's purchase considered by the left a threat to democracy, Salon writer Matthew Rosa said, Musk's attempted takeover of Twitter is a threat to the free world.
Wow.
Gosh. Freedom of speech. Some of the same media personalities whose livelihoods revolve around rights granted by the First Amendment say that free speech, especially online, is a threat to our democracy. Misinformation, of course, threat to our democracy. Parents at school board meetings, how dare they try to interfere in the propaganda machine that is the educational system in this country.
Toe the line.
How dare you?
Toe the line.
Get out of our business. Keep all of your noses to yourself. We don't want to hear from you.
Yeah, Joe Biden. Keep your nose to yourself.
Don't sniff them. Attacks on school boards are a threat to democracy, according to an editorial opinion in the Mercury News. That's not this Mercury, of course. Pro-lifers are a threat to democracy. We've seen that many times, and some of them have been rounded up, especially some of the white supremacists, pro-lifers.
Yes.
You know what they've done in some cases? Blocked entrances. Yeah. Yeah, they stood in doorways and made it difficult for people to get around them.
Say what?
Yeah. Yeah.
In my America.
Yeah.
We rounded them up, though, right?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Actually,
did.
yes.
FBI took them into custody. Good. Yes. Not all of them, but they're working on it right now.
Well, they started with the grandmas.
Yes. Well, you have to. You have to, because it's the trickle-down theory. I guess.
I guess so.
U.S. Supreme Court is obviously, one of the bigger threats to our democracy.
That should be higher on the list.
It should. It should. And sort of in conjunction with that, Clarence and Ginny Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
They're horrible people. Horrible, horrible, racist, white supremacists. Clarence Thomas is a definite white supremacist.
Oh, man.
I think we've all known that from the beginning. Am I right? And we haven't discussed yet the Electoral College, which, of course, is a constitutional
What did Hillary call it?
threat to our democracy.
Oh, the
It was,
so-called? Or what?
No, it wasn't so called.
Oh, gosh. There was a fun word.
Yeah. I can't think of it right now, but
Anyway,
it'll come to us.
I know.
Our bicameral legislature, threat to our democracy. And, of course, democracy itself is a threat to democracy. As documented by L. Purnell at the Federalist, Democrats and the media also consider an elected majority in the U.S. Senate a threat to democracy. This became very apparent when West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin determined not to pass President Joe Biden's Build Back Bankrupt plan. Manchin is killing the Biden legislative agenda and perhaps the future of American democracy, too, according to MSNBC. Jeez.
And that would be the anachronistic electoral college.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Man.
All right. Don't forget, we got Moron Trivia coming up today. And
we do, baby.
a lot more next.
Eagles are so much better than Eagles. No. The right side of history tends to kind of always end up being the right side of history. I do support fracking, and I don't. I support fracking,
Okay.
and I stand, and I do support fracking.
And you stand and you do support fracking. Okay, well, just a couple of gems, food for thought
He's good.
from John Fetterman, the philosopher of our time. 888-900-3393. Also, the Elon takeover has happened. It's occurred at Twitter. The upper management was escorted out of the building, apparently, and he now owns it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, it's what's trending on Twitter now? Goodbye, Twitter, because the left leaving Twitter, I guess.
I love it.
Good.
Bye.
Get out. Who's going to miss you?
Yeah.
Jeez, they cannot have their opinions challenged in any way.
Babylon B has been reinstated. That's what
Okay.
started this whole
Everyone has,
thing.
right?
Wow.
That's what started it all.
So, if he wanted to, can Trump come back?
Yeah, I think so. I think Elon said he was getting rid
He's
of all the
welcome.
BAMs.
Oh,
Let's see if that
There
account
you
is
go.
active. Was that real Donald Trump? That was his account, right?
I guess it was no joke, Donald Trump, maybe. I'm not sure.
No, I'm saying
nah.
yeah, it was.
Is it
I don't
back?
see it. No.
Yeah, he may not because he's got the
Yeah.
truth social thing going on, and he wants to.
Well, it still says account suspended.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So he's an avowed proponent of free speech, of course, Elon. He's faced questions from some analysts over the potential loss of users and advertisers if a more permissive approach to content allows hate speech and false information to proliferate. This is an ABC News article. So obviously they put their little spin in it.
Yeah.
Jeez. So he faces potential loss of users if he allows hate speech. Now, who decides what's hate speech? Are you kidding me? How many of these leftists are spewing hate speech every day with every tweet? All of them. He said, the reason I acquired Twitter is because it's important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. Twitter obviously cannot become a free-for-all hellscape where anything can be said without consequences. In addition to adhering to the laws of the land, our platform must be warm and welcoming to all. No, they won't have that. Where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences. Now he faces a deadline of this week, but I thought it was done already.
Yeah,
It's a
done,
done
right?
deal now.
Yeah,
It's
this
over.
is obsolete already.
The story's from a couple days ago.
The remarks on appeared to walk back comments he made in recent months, which emphasized his commitment to the principle of free speech and suggested Twitter should permit all speech that stops short of violating the law. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what it should do, because that's called free speech. And again, if everybody's just using happy speech, polite speech, nobody's saying they can't speak. So free speech is not challenged at all. It has to be challenging in order to be free speech. You have to allow the kind of speech that you don't like.
Do you remember yesterday where you and I were just like, what's the deal with the sink? Why is he? Well, yeah.
To let it sink in.
Let that sink in.
Super long way to the well.
Yeah.
No payoff. I mean, it was probably a 40-pound sink he dragged in there.
We just didn't get the joke.
Come on.
We just didn't get the joke.
Was it worth the effort? No.
Absolutely.
There we go. Let that sink in.
Get it? Get it?
But I love his personality.
I do too.
You know,
I do too. He's just a quirky guy, too.
Yes.
Very quirky.
Yeah, that's a good description. Quirky.
But I love him.
Quirky.
I love him. And the left hates him.
I mean, he's
And
already the profile on his Twitter account changed, I think, a couple days ago to Chief Twit.
Chief Twit.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's fun.
And did he tweet out something
Like it.
about the bird is set free?
the bird is freed.
The bird is freed.
That was his last tweet last night.
How about that? Well, we can't have that. And that's why all the lefties are leaving. Because they don't want a free bird.
You walked into that one.
They'll break out the Leonard Skinner for you.
Now you have to yell it.
Free bird!
Thank you.
Play free bird!
Now it's official.
Frankly, I like Sweet Home Alabama better, but maybe that's just me. Planned Parenthood, Texas, and Beto trying to register dead voters. That's what they're going to need to win this election.
No kidding.
I think Abbott's up by 7 to 9 points now. So I think he's comfortably ahead. But Wednesday, day before yesterday, the Republican Party of Texas announced further confirmation of Planned Parenthood Texas votes attempting to register deceased voters.
Huh?
Yeah, with Beto now attempting the same scheme.
Wow.
Last week, the Texas GOP announced they had received numerous reports of Planned Parenthood attempting to register deceased voters. Now they found that Planned Parenthood is not only mailing voter registration applications to dead individuals, but they have also failed to include the political advertisement disclaimer required by Texas ethics. So they got you when it's an advertisement for a political entity, you have to say that so that you're not trying to pass it off as news or fact or whatever. The average date of death on these people they're trying to get registered, it's over 9 years. So people who died over 9 years ago. Despicable.
Yeah.
Additionally, RPT received confirmation that O'Rourke's campaign has also been sending pre-filled registration applications to dead individuals.
Oh, my goodness.
With the average date of death over 13 years ago.
Beto.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the last 3 polls, all within the last 10 days here. Abbott +4, Abbott +9, Abbott +9.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, Beto's got no chance to win.
No chance. No, he's
What
not
about the
gonna
dead
win.
people,
I'm not even
though?
worried about
Have
it.
you polled the dead people?
Oh, I haven't.
You just read the story.
I did. Are the dead going to be enough to put
I
him
don't
over the
know.
top? We'll see.
What was so
haven't
weird
answered any calls.
is part of the legislation that went through that cleaned up Texas election law.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things was what you just read. What does it say there at the end? It says like they changed that crime of
On the
registering
story?
dead people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made it less of a punishment.
Yeah. What's
right?
that? What's that line say? What's that say?
Indeed, these voter fraud schemes raise serious concerns over election security. Under Texas Election Code section blah blah blah, registering dead voters is a misdemeanor. The penalty for this offense was lowered from a felony to a Class A misdemeanor last year. Why would you do that?
Right. What?
When Abbott pressed lawmakers to address the problem, House Speaker Dade Phelan,
A Republican.
defied the government, saying he didn't want to relitigate that issue.
Yeah. Defied the governor. Yeah. Well, I don't understand. Why would you not make it more of a penalty for something like that?
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe he didn't think that it would pass if there was a stiffer penalty.
We don't relitigate that. We got enough to worry about.
But you made it a lighter sentence, less of a crime. Okay.
You know, people just, I mean, we think that, and it is, Texas is so Republican that, you know, the legislature is always going to do the right thing. That's not necessarily true.
No,
Some of those
that is
Republicans in Austin, you know, the state legislators and the Speaker of the House in the state legislature, they're not always that good. You know, they're more like Mitch McConnell types.
Yeah.
And that really sucks because we deserve better in Texas, and we should demand better. In Georgia, there's some great options on the ballot. Of course, Stacey Abrams
All right.
could be your next governor there. Here, she's making sure her supporters know that they should pose properly for social media purposes.
Yeah.
She makes an announcement while standing in a crowded room. Keep in mind, they're all jammed together.
Outside. So what we're going to do,
We're gonna go
is you're
outside.
going to let me and our team and our folks. we're gonna
Nobody's
go out
wearing a
first,
mask.
And then they're going to direct you outside. And I promise I'm going to take a picture with every single one of you.
Okay.
Two rules.
Two
If
rules.
you're over 18, you've got to socially distance for social media.
You hear
If
that?
you're under 18, you're probably too cute for that, so I'm going to let you stand right next to me.
Okay, so you have to social distance
Brother.
for social media. We've got to virtue signal Now, I know we're all standing in this room maskless, crowded, elbow to elbow.
No social distancing.
Yeah, but when we take the pictures, stay apart because our base needs to see that we care.
And remember when she was in that schoolroom with all the kids?
Oh,
they were
look
all
at
jammed
that.
together with masks on.
Not her. No.
Not her. She's breathing all over them.
These hypocrites.
Just naked breath spewing all over these children.
Here are the latest
Spiked
polls
proteins.
out of Georgia. So the last three, all within the past week and a half again. Here we go. Kemp +6, Kemp +7, Kemp +10.
Ooh, wow. Wow. He's way ahead of her. How'd you get so close last time? Weird.
I guess when you get stuck between the moon and New York City,
That's right.
you're always close.
Yeah. Your name is Jeffy, too.
We won't be able to find out exactly how that race turns out, though. On the night
not
of election either.
Election night.
Oh.
How could you?
I know we're having big election
you can't
coverage
count
here
them that fast.
on Blaze TV. Is that going to be a
Are you guys going to be
3, 4,
here?
5 night plan?
Yeah, what is that plan?
Yeah, no. At least not
Really?
for me. I'm planning that night, and then
And then that's it?
yeah, then you're
Okay.
on your own
Whatever.
as the counting continues.
Just a memo to the Phillips Arena engineers, I guess, the maintenance crew. Could we check the water pipes? Can we do that now? Can we just
Right.
inspect them, make sure there's no, busted pipes on election night that slow the countdown? And
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. In the meantime, let me tell you about Bank on Yourself. We've been brainwashed into believing the only way to grow our money for retirement is to risk it in the stock market, and that's just not true. You can reach your financial goals and dreams without taking any unnecessary risks. You really control your retirement money? Not if it's in the stock market. If you got a 401k or IRA or, anything similar for retirement, the government controls it. They decide how much you can borrow and, when you must pay it back and all of those things. Instead, try Bank on Yourself. It's just a better way to grow and protect your hard-earned money. This retirement plan alternative has never had a losing year in over 160 years. That's incredible. Tell me anything else, anywhere in life, that has a 160-year winning streak. Wow. So there's no luck here. There's no skill involved or guesswork required. Your plan doesn't go backward when the markets tumble. Both your principal and growth are locked in. You get tax-free retirement income, and you are in control. Maybe the best reason of all, you'll know the minimum guaranteed value of your retirement savings on the day you plan to tap into them. And at every point along the way, too. So you can get a free report with all the details on how the Bank on Yourself strategy adds guarantees, predictability, and control to your financial plan. Just go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed. That's bankonyourself.com/unleashed.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Lee Zeldin has pulled even ahead, I believe, in many polls of Kathy Hochul, Governor Kathy Hochul.
Do we honestly think that's going to happen?
I hope. I don't know. I don't want to make any predictions because they're usually wrong. Because it's just too unpredictable anymore.
I know.
And common sense is out the window. So I don't know. Who knows? But she seems to be making it harder on herself. She doesn't want kids out of masks.
Oh, she's terrible.
The worst.
Oh, she's terrible.
She is terrible.
Technically, has she ever been voted into an office?
Ever? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Not into that
office, right? I mean,
Well,
that
she was
given
lieutenant
to
governor,
her.
so she
I
hasn't
guess-
been voted into office. And I don't think they vote separately on lieutenant governor, do they?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. I don't know if that was handpicked from.
Yeah, states do it
Andrew or
differently.
not. Yeah.
Sometimes they run on their own. Sometimes they're on the ticket with. So she may not have.
I know.
We should look into that.
she did.
Oh, she did?
She ran.
It was
Okay.
separate?
Yeah.
Okay. So here she is, talking about masks and kids.
Oh, boy.
Something we've seen before, but infants as young as 6 months old have been known to contract this. So it's hard to keep kids safe. Think about the fact that a year ago, before a year ago,
got some
a lot of kids
Nancy
were wearing
Pelosi
masks in a daycare
eyelids,
center or in
eyebrows, too,
schools, and
going
that
on.
did
That's
give them
driving me
some
crazy.
level of protection. We're not mandating this, but we're saying parents, you got other kids, you got kids in school, preschool, and you got a baby at home. You really might just want to take these extra precautions. And by
No.
now, kids are more
No.
socialized to the idea of wearing a mask.
You hear
It's
that?
not as strange to them. It's not as like, what is this all about? There's really cute masks out there. I've seen a lot of them.
shut up.
So
Cute ones.
that's something
There
I'm
are.
encouraging
Yeah.
all parents to consider for their children right now.
Yeah.
And
No.
we're talking about how we can stop
Never.
the spread. Right now, the spread
Stop
of
the
RSV.
spread. Okay, so if the
guess-
mask is cute, the kids are going to love it. Like if it
That's
has
fine.
puppies on it or
Right.
kittens or it's got Yankees, Mets, whatever, the kids love
They'll
it.
wear
They
it.
love
They
it.
love it.
They're cute. And the kids want to wear them. They're acclimated to it now. They love to be suffocated all freaking day at school. They love that. Hey, I can't breathe, teacher. I love this. This is awesome. Is there anything been made clearer to us than the kids hate these masks? What's been made more clear than that over the last
So
couple of years?
unnecessary. So unnecessary.
It is. Yeah, it is. But here we are.
New York,
know.
man. What you
New
got
York.
a chance here. And like Stu made this point, was it the other day on the show? It's like, this is your first opportunity in an election to tell these people how you feel about their
Stick it up your rectum.
COVID era policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of them,
Yeah.
for a lot of them, it is.
Most,
that's for sure.
Most Virginia, New Jersey, the only ones that have been able to vote since, we did this whole stupid stuff.
Take your pandemic nonsense and stick it up your rectal cavity.
Way up there.
That's what we're telling them now. Because we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not clear to Kathy Hochul by now? Seriously?
Well, kids like the mask because they're used to
Well,
it.
they're cute.
They're acclimated to it.
And they're acclimated.
In other words,
Yeah.
we have gotten them used to the new normal.
Who doesn't like to wear cute stuff?
Thank you.
What's okay?
Thank you.
Give
Who
me-
doesn't like to
I'm
wear
afraid
cute
to ask
stuff?
you what you wear that you think is cute. What do you wear on the house?
That's a
Jeffrey?
cute top you have on right
Thank
now.
you.
It's,
Don't do that.
it's adorable.
Thank you.
It's cute.
do
It
it.
really is.
That's what I mean.
Oh, by the way, we don't have a lot of time here before the top of the hour break, and more on trivia is on the way. But Jerry Lee Lewis is not dead.
You're damn right he's not.
Not dead.
Wait, I got the notice that he was.
I
Yeah, well,
know.
TMZ was wrong and putting out false information. It's a bunch
And
of crap.
Jeffy's pissed off about it.
I broke my heart.
pissed.
The
Yeah.
killer, Jerry
Yeah,
Lee
the-
Lewis,
the
man.
killer.
He's not
He's the one who
dead.
does the killing. He doesn't die. He makes other people die. That's why he's
He's
the killer,
man.
right?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
That's
Don't
why,
be
yeah.
messing with the
But he's alive. Thank goodness.
Gray, Unleashed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Upon the frozen tundra of the human mind, two teams go head to head.
How many weeks are in a typical year?
60.
60
yeah.
weeks is really close.
In a brutal battle between brainless boobs
What is SPF supposed to protect you from?
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Thank you.
and senseless buffoonery.
What direction does the sun rise?
In the West,
In the west. Oh.
Dullards versus dummies.
Name one landlocked state.
California.
Oh, California.
That's a good guess.
Dopes versus dodos.
A menorah is usually associated with what religion?
Buddhism.
Voodooism? Pretty
Yeah.
close.
Moron versus moron.
If you're in a selfie, who most likely took the picture?
Person in the middle.
The person in the middle.
In a monumental matchup of minuscule minds.
Who is the Speaker of the House?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on whose house you're talking about. Usually it's the wife.
Oh.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Moron Trivia time. Our game this week is
Cincinnati.
versus Cleveland,
Yes.
Monday Night Football. And here's our commissioner, Jeff Fisher, to tell us how the game works.
Well, we are going to predict the outcome of that very game. Cincinnati taking on Cleveland on Monday Night Football. We do that by calling convenience stores and places of business in those local communities. Today, I mean, Cincinnati and Cleveland, it's the greater Ohio area. since both teams come from the great state of Ohio. And we play 4 quarters. We ask each city 4 quick questions, and the city that answers the most questions correct, we predict wins the game.
This is a Monday Night Football matchup. This is Halloween night. That's what this is.
That's what this is.
A little orange and black.
Mm-hmm. We are 5-1 on the season. Jeffy's 0-1 this year, but we are 5-1. We had our first loss, suffered it last week, so that sucked.
And that was a Matt Ryan Colts performance. Might be some because remember, there's a rule: we don't do Falcons games on Moron Trivia, and maybe. With Matt Ryan's pass with the Falcons, it kind of carried over and screwed up more on trivia.
Good point. Maybe we take that loss away as well.
Yeah, you know what? Jeffy's 0-2, and Pat...
We're 5-0.
5-0. Because you were here, right, Jeffy, last week?
Yeah, he was here.
Okay, so 0-2. 0-2, Jeff Fisher.
All right, while we wait for a contestant at the... is it the Browns?
Yeah,
or
we're
the
going
home team?
Cleveland first.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're waiting for Cleveland. San Francisco has canceled their celebration. They were going to have a big celebration over the $1.7 million toilet they're going to build downtown. Wait, you're going to have a celebration for a toilet you haven't built yet that costs almost $2 million? Huh. All right.
The city, man.
Oh, it's so crazy. What in the so nuts. Now, according to the California State Rep, Matt Haney, the number... I'll have to share that with you later. We got Angie on the line already. Nicely done, phone people. Angie.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, good. We've been worried about you. But you have been okay lately?
Yeah.
Okay, because we hate that sadness in your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dang it.
$20.
It might be time. No, it's not time
it's
we
not
said
time.
goodbye yet, because I just said hello. So we've got 4 questions, if you're willing to answer them. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
You can't ask anybody around you for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
Okay.
Question number 1. What year did the United States declare its independence from Great Britain? What year?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Nobody's ever gotten this one right.
I don't know.
Why do we always
hard.
ask this?
1954.
1954?
It's pretty close.
It was actually 1976.
Oh,
On the bicentennial year. Yeah, that's when we declared independence. So
Well,
it's kind of
technically.
weird that there was a
Technically.
bicentennial when we didn't even declare independence.
See, there was a lot of paperwork involved. Red
Lot of
tape.
paperwork.
Took 200 years to make it official.
Exactly. Question number 2. Who is Kanye West married to?
Kardashian.
Yes. Do you know her first name? It doesn't matter. That was just a bonus question.
No.
Her first name's Sylvia. Sylvia Kardashian. Question number 3. Name any type of bird. Any type.
Cardinal.
Cardinal. Yes. Good. We also would have accepted Larry. Right?
That's a thinking
right?
man's
Am
answer.
I right? Exactly.
I guess.
Question number 4. How many U.S. senators are there currently?
Currently.
Right now.
Yeah.
Now, don't get confused and think like last year or the year before. It's right now. U.S. senators.
This is tough.
Oh my God. I
know, right?
Like 20?
Oh,
20?
Not
man.
quite. No, there's 18.
Oh, Angie.
Dang it, you were within.
Don't forget, he said right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Thank you.
Yeah. Two of them retired yesterday. So.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
You're
geez.
so close.
So yesterday you would have been exactly right.
Oh.
Right. Why didn't you call then?
I know, right? I know. Well, Angie,
Yes.
ain't it time we said goodbye?
There it is.
It is, yes.
It
So, bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right.
If she had said yes, you could have given her another point. Been correct.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
That's good stuff from Angie.
That's really good stuff.
Really good stuff.
What, did you get any right?
Yeah, she got 2.
Yeah, she got 2. Okay, right. Good for her.
Dare you?
Of course, she knew the Kardashian thing.
She didn't know it was Kim, though.
No, she didn't. Well, I think it was Kim's stepsister, Sylvia.
Sylvia, yeah.
That
stepsister.
he was actually married to. So
Huh.
All right, so it's 2-0. Of course, the Bengals still coming in the first quarter. We're waiting for a contestant there. Now, we were talking about the toilet in San Francisco.
Yes.
And one of the, let's see, who is this from?
State
Representative Matt Haney was talking about the number. It sounded shockingly high to me. Did it, Matt?
Really?
And I think your article has revealed that their process around here is broken, and the number is inexplicable. I'm glad that No Valley will at some point get a bathroom, but it shouldn't cost this much, and it shouldn't take this long, and I'm angry about it. It's not something I want to celebrate right now, and so they did cancel the celebration. But he said the neighborhood has been asking for a public restroom since 2016. The $1.7 million plan to build the toilet was scheduled to be completed in 3 years.
Yeah, well, I think it's important, Pat, that you realize that these projects, these public projects like this, they include planning, drawing, permits, reviews, public outreach, construction management.
That's a lot.
Not just
building
the
materials
of the product,
and whatnot and so forth. You're not just slapping a toilet on top of, a hole, right?
Correct.
That leads to the sewer system.
Correct.
So, in fact, they're challenging all center-right ideologues who are bashing this project to show us your actual concrete, real-world data on how much it would cost you to build a public restroom for a major U.S. city.
Yeah.
Show us the details, the cost estimates, or stop whining.
I love that.
Tweeted Chris Cook. He later deleted the tweet because I'll bet he got his brains kicked in.
He probably got some submissions.
He probably
How
did.
much was that again?
$1.7 million. Almost
you
$2
wonder
million.
why your city is in ruins and debt riddled.
Seriously, even with all they're talking about, you could do this for $100,000, right? Couldn't you? Come on. I mean, that sounds incredibly high to me.
But we're talking about a public restroom.
Yeah. Now, if you're getting diamond-encrusted toilet seats, maybe that's screwing with the cost a little bit. Are you having gold lame fixtures and stuff? What are you doing here?
Boy, they've got so many issues in San Francisco. Where to begin?
Yeah.
But spending $1.8 million on a toilet, where are the advocates for like the homeless coming out and saying, "Wow, how many meals could you have bought with that? How many people could have spent the night in a shelter?" Now, I mean, it's California, and you've got. Did you see the guy who built the homeless guy who built the house on the corner there? He just built a house on the sidewalk.
Yeah, like a wooden house.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And everybody in the neighborhood seems to be fine with it. They're just like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, I'll just walk around.
That's where Bill lives.
Why?
Anarchy.
How?
It's
That's
literally.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Why and how are the two questions that immediately
Look, he's got a little light there.
come to mind.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
he's got a little potted plant. I mean, you got to have a potted plant. That makes it legit. But there you go. That's
And it was okay, I guess, with the city that this guy is just doing a construction project on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Los Angeles.
I bet, and I'm just guessing because I don't know for a fact, but I'm guessing that was cheaper than $1.7 million.
Oh, I'm guessing you're right. Yeah, that would be my guess.
So
I don't know. Tell me how much it would cost for you to build a wooden structure on a city sidewalk. How much?
How much, Jeffy? put your bid in.
Also, speaking of homeless, how about this woman that was arrested for providing food to homeless people? Good.
What does she think
there's
she's doing?
There's a city ordinance against providing food in public spaces to homeless people. So I guess just walk by them and let them starve to death.
Yeah, I mean, we've had stories in the past too,
This
right?
has happened before.
Yeah, where people want to try to help and they're not allowed because of these city ordinances.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
So this is a 78-year-old grandma, and she's suing this Arizona city now because she was arrested for feeding the homeless.
Which is, I mean, did it say, was she bad-mouthing the cops when they told her she couldn't do it?
No.
Did she throw food on the police officers and tell them to screw off?
Nope, and she's been serving hot meals to homeless several days a week.
She was doing it multiple
since
times.
2018, and you don't want that. You don't want a nice person, a giving person, a charitable person to come down into a public park and start feeding homeless people.
You chance after chance.
We begged and pleaded
for you to stop doing this.
Stop it. And they wouldn't. She wouldn't. She had just finished feeding 27 homeless people on March 8th. That's when 2 police officers drove into the park. Bullhead City Police Department officer called a higher-up, and the higher-up said, arrest her.
You got to get back up for this one.
Well, he was reluctant because he knew what he was supposed to do. And what he was supposed to do, according to the city, was arrest her.
Right.
And he didn't want to. So he's like, okay, I've got this 78-year-old
here you go.
woman.
Make a decision.
And his higher-up said, nope, arrest her. And he said, okay, I think that's a PR nightmare, but okay. And he did. And he arrested her. So she's suing the city now. Good for her. Because, I mean, how
Give her a
asinine
thank
is
you
that?
card and move on.
Right. Exactly. Okay, we got Ray somewhere in the Ohio area. Cincinnati. Is it Cincinnati?
Ray's playing for Cincinnati, yes.
Hey, Ray.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks for asking. You really concerned, or you just making small talk?
A little nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
me too.
It's okay.
We're all
Don't worry
nervous.
about it.
No, this is fun.
Listen, we're just going to ask you 4 quick questions, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
Okay.
And you can't ask anybody for help. So, question number 1. What year did the United States declare its independence from Great Britain?
1776.
Boom.
1776.
Nice.
Yes.
Pretty close.
Question number 2. Who was Kanye West married to?
Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Did I confuse you because his real name is Ye now,
I
and
know.
I just dead named him?
You did.
Is that what you were?
He was Kanye when he originally married.
That is true. That is true.
Technicality.
Question number 3. Name any type of bird.
Ow.
Owl. Okay.
Wow.
And question number 4. How many U.S. senators are there currently? Keep in mind, I'm talking about current number.
Right now. Think of that
Right now.
today.
67. I don't know.
67.
Oh, that was. You're so close.
384 right now. This week alone. That's a special, though, because for some
didn't
reason,
even
the
realize
last
it
week of
was-
October, they really add to the number.
Right before the election.
Right before the election.
That is weird.
Right.
I never understood that.
It is. Well, my goodness, Ray, you were terrific.
3.
Nobody's ever gotten 3 out of 4. It's never happened before, so
I know.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
As a result, we're going to send you the home version of our game psychically, and I just did.
Got it.
All right.
All right. Nice.
Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
Thank
Well,
you.
probably not. Bye-bye.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just realized, I probably won't talk to her again.
Don't be so mean. You
I
already
know.
said.
I know. It is cruel. I'm sure she's going to miss me greatly. But she's going to have to deal with it. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it. All right, let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust, because trying to sell your home can be a real challenge, and you need somebody who knows what they're doing around you so that you can sell that home quickly and get the most amount of money out of it. And somebody who's not just going to rely on continual open houses and dragging people through your house, people you don't know, you don't want there, and then you have to leave. It sucks. Real Estate Agents I Trust. It's Glenn's company, so they've carefully vetted these agents in every market across the country. And if there just isn't somebody really good, we don't have an agent in that area. But there are about 1,500 of these, I believe, nationwide. And it's a free service. We'll point them out to you for free. Same goes for buying a home, selling a home, whichever you're doing. Real Estate Agents I Trust. You'll have somebody who is a competitive winning machine at your side. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, we are in the midst of Moron trivia. Bengals lead the Browns right now 3-2 as we're waiting for a contestant in Cleveland. 3-2. Moron trivia.
I mean, most likely the Cincinnati Bengals will defeat the Cleveland Browns, but we don't make that call.
Right. That's right. So sometimes it goes against what you would expect.
I know.
And still turns out to be true.
That's the nature of the NFL, too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. But amazing that our first contestant. But you know what? I don't think we've ever had a Moron Trivia contestant correctly answer the question, when did we declare our independence from Great Britain?
Well, we had
until just last time.
We had
with
2 in a row.
What's her face in Cincinnati?
Mm-hmm. Ray in Cincinnati.
Ray in Cincinnati. I think she's the first to ever get that right, 1776.
Well, Angie said 1954. So
how does a grown-ass person say 1954?
I don't know.
Come on,
I don't know. Angie.
Come on.
Just let me have my coffee and I'll go.
Talking about history, this week marks the 39th anniversary of the invasion of Grenada, right?
Yes.
And Hogasm, a pathead who served there, who actually was part of Operation Urgent Fury. Did you know him, by the way? Hogasm?
I don't know that we brushed shoulders, but we certainly probably
it was
served
an island.
The same.
I figured you would have been.
You know, Jeffy doesn't like to talk about
it.
This is anniversary week, too, and you're bringing it up?
It's a fascinating
too much
story
trauma.
in history.
Yeah. Operation Urgent Fury. Yeah.
So
we were proud to thank you.
It could have been
saving the Western Hemisphere from communism.
And that's a fact.
I'm aware.
Right. Okay. So it was almost a Bay of Pigs situation there, because Hogasm sent me this story that details how close this was to just becoming. This could have been a huge disaster for Ronald Reagan in 1983 there.
Yeah.
And then what would have happened in 84, with the election.
Well, and keep in mind that we bungled that rescue in Iran with Jimmy Carter just 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
So they had the helicopters running into each other and killing a bunch of American troops.
So, yeah.
Well, the military
just a few years before
the military
that.
was kind of going through a big change then, too.
Yeah.
They were getting rid of the old guard. I don't know
From
if you've
Vietnam.
I don't know if you've seen
Korea.
the documentary Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood.
I have not.
But that's what it's about. Actually, is
Okay.
the changing of the guard and Grenada,
Mm-hmm.
and the story that you're going to tell that
all of the
Hogism
tells.
Is portrayed in this movie
Right.
as well.
So they get the orders and they're at Fort Bragg and they don't have any maps of the nation. There you go.
That's exactly what's wrong with U.S. Americans.
Thank you.
Is that they don't have maps.
They had to go and get a tourist map and then overlay military stuff on top of it.
You gotta be kidding
Their
me.
only intelligence on the
Wow.
island was an article in the Economist magazine, and then when they're on the
It was
beach,
tough. It was tough.
their radio frequency was different than up here. A guy had to call with a calling card back home to Fort Bragg to get him to change the frequency.
Did you say IKEA? Arkea. Okay. Arkea. Hi.
Any relation to R. Kelly?
How's it going?
Markia.
Good.
Did I get that right? Is it Markia?
It's Markia.
It's Markia.
Markia.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right. So it's not Markia, it's Markia.
Yeah, Markia.
Okay. All right,
Get it
Markia,
right,
we'd like
would
to
you?
ask you 4 quick questions if we could. Is that all right?
Yep.
Can't ask for help. And if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
Okay.
What nation did the United States declare independence from? Don't ask anybody for help. You can't whisper things to them. What nation did the United States? Columbus?
Columbus.
Liechtenstein.
Oh.
Don't ask anyone for help, though.
Back in 1954,
Markia
we were being ruled by Liechtenstein, and we declared our independence from them back then. Question number 2. What is Lizzo famous for?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay. She sculpted Mount Rushmore back in 1954. Question number 3. Who
Only
is
thing she
Vladimir
sculpted.
Putin?
What is that question?
Who is Vladimir Putin?
He's from Palestinian.
He's from Palestinian.
Yeah,
Palestinian.
that's pretty close.
Is that
man.
right? Is that right?
It's the same neck of the woods.
Yeah, it is. He was originally a Palestinian, but we were looking for him being the second runner-up on American Idol last year. Remember that? Did you see that one? No.
No.
I don't
Okay.
think she did.
It's probably why you didn't get it right. Question number 4. Name any state west of the Mississippi River. Any.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
That's close, man. I mean,
It's close, 'cause
the Mississippi River runs right there.
We were looking for Vermont, which is just slightly west of West Virginia. Dang it.
Darn it.
Crap. All right.
Marquia.
Well, dang, you've been fantastic, Marquia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That wore me out.
Wow.
That wore me out.
Wow. And then you wonder, how do people...
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps. And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and Iraq, everywhere like such as. And I believe that they should. Our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S.
Not U.S.
Should help South Africa.
Yeah, South
It
Africa.
should help the Iraq and the
Asian
countries. So we will be able to build up our future
for our children.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mario. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So it was a tourist map they used at Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they used a calling card to save.
Are you still bringing up urgent?
Yeah, he's
fury?
still babbling about it. And you don't want to talk about it. I know he doesn't want to talk about it, Keith. Wow. More.
Sorry,
More
Jeffrey.
on trivia.
Sorry.
Coming up. More on trivia. Bengals 3, Browns 2. As we await a contestant in Cincinnati. Right?
No, playing for yeah.
Yeah, because we're in the second
quarter.
Second quarter right now.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
What's her face got none?
Marquia or whatever her name was.
Right. No, it's not Marquia. It's Marquia.
Right. Sorry.
We can understand if Jeffy's a little distracted today. He's, reliving.
Could you stop
Operation
bringing up Grenada?
Urgent Fury.
What is your deal?
Yeah.
It's like an open wound. You just keep picking at it.
Sorry.
We're trying to be understanding.
Yeah.
Jeffy.
What was it like for you? You, like your experience?
Dramatic, right?
Not pretty, but I did it for America.
Okay, good. All right.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, that was an important operation. What did it do again?
Saved communism.
It saved the United States or the Western Hemisphere
from communism.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put that in your pipe.
Right. That's right. Smoke it, too. All right. 888-933-93. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So hopefully we'll get a contestant here pretty quickly because this has been a fun game so far today. Yeah. We've gotten some awesome contestants. The last, I don't know, was she even trying?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was a little disappointing. I got the sense that she may not have even been trying. This is a fun story, though. The Earth is suddenly spinning faster than it ever has before.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Our planet just recorded the shortest day since records began. Until a few years ago, it had been thought that the Earth's rotation was slowing down after several successive measurements by atomic clocks since 1973. Right. The International Earth Rotation and Reference Systems Service, or I call it IERS, when I refer to it usually.
Call it?
Yeah, that's what I call it. Had even begun adding leap seconds every now and then to make up for the slower spin. Right. Last happened when we back on December 31st of 2016. We added a leap second.
Yeah.
Remember that?
To catch up. I do.
Over a longer period of time, that may still be the case, but Earth rotation may in general still be slowing down, even though it's going faster. These scientists never make any sense.
Yeah.
But we're just following the science.
We're cooling down and heating up at the same time.
Yes.
Speeding up and slowing down.
Right, at the same time.
Okay.
Yes. At the same time, there's more snow and no snow. All at the same time.
I was for the 87 billion
before I was against it. After all, the moon is gradually slowing down the Earth's rotation. Supposedly, its gravitational pull causes tides. Since when? When did that start? At the moon.
Follow the science.
Yeah, okay. And makes the Earth's orbital path around the sun slightly elliptical. But in the last few years, the atomic clock have shown that Earth's rotation is now speeding up. In fact, we could be beginning a 50-year period of shorter days.
We could be.
That's why you can't get anything done anymore. The days are so short.
No wonder you run out of day.
No wonder. When people say there aren't enough hours in the day, they're exactly right.
Wow.
Well, there isn't enough time in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know, those are hours.
On June 29th of this year, our planet completed its quickest ever spin, followed quickly by a day that lasted 1.5 milliseconds less on July 26th. The previous record for the shortest rotation, when the Earth's rotation took 1.46 milliseconds less than 24 hours. That was back in July 19th of 2020. But now we've had 2 days that have gone slower or faster than that.
Faster.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
They don't know why. But they have some possible explanations.
Oh, what?
Number one, what do you suppose the first explanation is? Global warming.
I was going with climate change, yeah.
The melting of the glaciers means less weight on the poles.
I can't.
But it doesn't really.
I can't take
because
this crap.
it's the same, right? I mean, we've proven that here on this show.
Yeah, multiple
times.
This
very show.
Also, it could be motions of our planet's inner molten, but the first thing they go to is climate change. Motions of our planet's inner molten core could be causing it. Seismic activity could be causing it. Or the Chandler wobble, the movement of
that's
Earth's
what they blame a lot.
Geographical poles across its surface.
Yeah, they've talked about the Chandler wobble a couple of times. We've talked about the
Chandler wobble
before.
Oh, you're lucky. I wanted to hear more about
Chandler
it.
wobble.
Chandler wobble.
Carlin in Cincinnati. Hey, Carlin. Hi, Carlin.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
All right.
Okay. You can't ask for help if there's anybody around you, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. Okay.
Okay.
Question number 1. What nation did the United States declare independence from? What nation?
No help.
Up.
No.
Iceland. It's Iceland. And they ruled over the United States, over the colonies with an iron fist.
They sure did.
Question number 2. What is Lizzo famous for?
What is what famous for?
What is Lizzo famous for?
Lizzo?
Yeah, Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Not a big Lizzo fan?
Yeah.
No, never heard of it.
Yeah. Really? Oh,
never.
Wow. Really?
Really?
Lizzo? Come on.
Never heard of it.
The inventor?
Never heard of Lizzo.
The inventor of the pizza pie? Lizzo?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Huh. All right.
No. Guess I'm too young.
I guess so. Yeah, I think so. Question number 3. Who is Vladimir Putin?
Who is Vladimir Putin?
Yeah.
Russian.
There you go.
The Russian president, or
Yeah. Close enough. Yes,
Close
the leader
enough.
of Russia.
Yeah.
Leader of Russia.
Good job. Question number 4. Name any state west of the Mississippi.
Any state west of Mississippi.
Yeah, you can't get help.
I know.
Nobody knows this.
Maine would have been one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm not good with
because it was west.
I
It was west.
I know. Massachusetts. Yeah. New York. That's coming back to you now, right? Florida.
Think of all now.
Georgia. Yeah, there's
Right.
several, but you can use that when somebody asks you that at a party this weekend. You can use any of those. You tell them. All right. All right. Thanks for playing our game.
Thank you.
All right. Bye now.
What time did you start token this morning?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It
makes you love the state of Ohio,
doesn't it?
I'll tell you that.
It also gives you some insight on why John Fetterman has any chance at winning the election that's coming up, because people are stupid.
Is that what you gather from that?
That's what I'm getting from this.
So
yeah.
back to the back to the Earth.
Oh.
It's like it's got a wobble thing, a Chandler wobble.
Yeah, the Chandler wobble.
I think we have evidence of what causes the Chandler wobble. If you watch this right here.
Boom.
There's his name's Chandler. Oh, and there's the Chandler wobble in full effect.
Funny. It's a pretty athletic fat guy, though.
So what's wrong, Jeffy?
Oh, isn't that funny? The fat guy does gymnastics and then everybody falls down. Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's Chandler.
It's all fat shame.
Boom!
Chandler wobble. See that? It knocked his friends
That's funny.
over.
That's funny. See?
You're just jealous that's not you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do
That's
that?
funny.
Get out here and we'll record
Can I fall
you.
down like that? Yeah.
Can you do a cartwheel thingy?
There's a dog that can do it if Jeffy won't.
There's a dog that does cartwheels or
Yeah,
something?
let's see it.
Okay.
Let's see the cartwheeling dog. And it goes a little something like this.
Wait a minute.
The two girls have to show them how. Whoop! Is that great? Even you thought that was great.
Yeah, look at him. He's
yes, you
laughing.
did.
He's
yes, you
laughing.
did.
I want to see it again. I want to see it.
It wasn't the dogs I was smiling at.
Look at this.
Okay.
Okay, Joe. All right, so they're doing the cartwheel. And
that's adorable.
That is adorable.
I don't care who you are. That's adorable.
Dogs are great.
It's adorable, yeah.
It is.
So that's the Chandler wobble.
That's the Chandler wobble.
Okay.
The first guy. Yeah, the first guy, the big guy. All right. Let me tell you about Omega XL, because if you need some help for your joint pain, and maybe you've tried a whole bunch of different things, please give this a try. It's not a drug. It's natural. It comes from the waters around New Zealand with the omega fatty acids there, and it really does work. I know you might be skeptical. I was. And then I finally just broke down and tried it and started taking it. And after a week, my pain started to subside. And after 2 weeks, it was gone. And it just hasn't come back. Because Omega XL can restore your SPMs, which are nature's way of keeping your joints healthy. And then as you age, though, we don't produce enough of them. So that's where Omega XL comes in. It restores those SPMs. And then calms down that inflammation that sometimes creeps into your joints. And it stops the pain. Go to omegaxl.com/Pat. Buy your first bottle. They're going to throw in the second one for free. You buy one, you get one free, basically half price for you. Visit omegaxl.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, so we're at 4-2 now. Bengals over Browns. Browns really screwed up this year by getting rid of Baker Mayfield. Because then, of course, what's-his-face can't play until, what, December?
Yeah, it's coming up.
December
I think he's
4th or
allowed
6th
back
or
to
something.
He's practicing now, right?
Is he?
I think he's allowed back.
Okay.
But he can't play until December.
No, he can't play. But I think he's allowed back.
Game 11.
Back in the facilities.
Or 12, whatever. Yeah. So he can come
I don't
back.
know that Baker Mayfield would have been the answer.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's the answer. Yes, he was the answer.
Okay.
Okay, he's not having a great year this year either, right? Is he even playing right now?
No, he's not. PJ Walker is their quarterback for the Panthers.
So he's been benched?
He earned that starting role, PJ did. I think Baker got hurt.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, did he get hurt, though?
Well, yeah, he got hurt by
then
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
What? What are you mumbling over there?
Not that good.
No, he's not. He's been terrible this year.
Well, this year, but, I mean, he's had good years in the NFL since he's been there.
He's
right?
he's gonna continue to.
I like me some Baker Mayfield. Let's go to Jamie now, who is our next contestant. Hey, Jamie.
Hi.
Hi. We're gonna ask you to answer 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right. You can't ask for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. Okay.
All right.
So if there's somebody around you, don't repeat the question to them so that they tell you the answer. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. What city is the capital city of the United States?
Capital of the United States?
Yeah.
There is no capital of the United States.
Yeah, there is none. You're right. It was a trick question. It was a good one. It used to be Davenport, Iowa, but then they stopped. and just said, you know what, we don't need a capital
Well,
city.
they actually went there and realized, whoa, we don't want this as a capital.
Yeah. Because there wasn't that much going on there, right?
Right.
Yeah. Question number 2. Which Disney princess is most closely associated with the 7 dwarfs?
Snow White.
Snow White.
There you go.
Question number 3. What is Anthony Fauci famous for?
He is, the head of the CDC?
Well, no.
No, but that is actually fairly close.
It is. I mean, she knows
Should we
what
give
he
it to her?
does. Yeah, I guess we have to.
I mean,
But it's wrong.
but it's wrong.
It is wrong. It is wrong. But as,
All right, we
as
can't
far
give it
as
to her.
Jamie is
But,
concerned,
Actual
it's right.
label.
He's the head of the National Football League. In
So
reality,
that's close.
but
The
you were
CDC,
close. CDC,
the
National
NFL.
NFL, same thing.
KBA, Kill
Same
Beagles
thing.
Association.
Right. Well, that too. Yeah, he's got a lot of jobs.
That
This
was a
guy.
test.
Question number 4. What does WWW stand for?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, nobody knows that.
What?
It's the Woodrow Wilson Winery, where you get really good, tasty wines and some other beverages. So.
Yeah, they've added.
Oh, wow, that was too
she's
much
gone.
for her.
She's
Bye-bye.
done. Have a nice day. You pissed her off
Okay.
with the Woodrow Wilson Winery.
Davenport, Iowa didn't screw her up.
No.
But the Woodrow Wilson Winery, that's too much. That's just too
You
much.
only gave her 1 point, right?
Yeah, because she was wrong on the CDC. I mean, she knew
was
who
wrong.
it was.
She only she doesn't know there's a nation's capital,
There isn't one.
but she did know Disney Princess
Right.
Snow White, so that's good. That's good.
Right.
We are done.
Yeah, that's why.
We're done as a nation.
Exactly. All right. Hopefully we can get another contestant because it's just been fun,
It's been fun.
to hear
It has been fun.
Wow, jeez.
So the Bengals are up 4-3, and they still haven't had the ball in the third.
Right.
Okay.
So it's essentially over, probably. But, all right. Oh, there isn't one.
With authority. With
There's
authority,
a
she
question.
answered it like that.
There's no nation's capital? Are you...
That's awesome. It's awesome.
Do you want to see this this shoot down of this jet? I think you will really enjoy this video. It's a first person, it's point of view. I don't know if he's got a GoPro on. I assume this is a Ukrainian pilot. I don't know the details because I can't imagine this video getting out of Russia. But can we play this? Watch this. He's in the cockpit. He's flying. He gets shot down. So he gets hit by a missile. Uh-oh. Time to eject. There he is. He ejects, and he looks back and watches the plane explode on the field behind him. Boom!
Jeez.
That is intense, but he's okay.
Oh.
I mean,
Wow.
anyway, there you go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Thought you'd like that.
So that just happened, we think?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, over in the...
Huh.
That's my understanding. This is from the war zone over there.
It's not
Or
CGI.
did it happen on the back lot
Did
of
we,
Universal?
Right. Right.
And your taxpayer dollars probably paid for that jet.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Also, there was another eco attack at an art museum in Europe. I mean, this just keeps happening.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just so stupid. So ridiculous. But here's what happened.
Oh, that's a famous painting there. I don't know. Is he trying to glue his head to... What is
Is that what he's doing?
Then they pour soup on the back of him. Tomatoes.
That's what I don't understand. So his own buddy... Listen, how do you feel?
And then
You're stupid.
Yeah, he's trying...
Beautiful. The price was being apparently destroyed before your eyes.
Pause it. Okay. Stop it for a sec. We got to come back to that. Who? Nicole? Nicole. Hi. You there, Nicole?
Yes.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Okay, us
Whoa,
too.
yeah.
Us too. We're pretty good. I'm not great, but I'm pretty good.
It's raining here.
We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
All right, at 32-23.
All right.
32-23.
You can't ask for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. Question number 1. What city is the capital city of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, it used to be Beaverville, Illinois, but they moved it just recently to Washington. So, Question number 2. Which Disney princess is most closely associated with the 7 dwarves?
Snow White.
Uh-huh. Wow. With authority. She said that, too. What is Anthony Fauci famous for?
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Yeah. Nobody knows who he is.
Mostly lying. He's a very, very famous lying sack of crap.
And this guy's a liar.
Yeah. He's also known for making plagues worse, which is kind of weird, but he enjoys it. Anyway, question number 4. What does WWW stand for?
World Wide Web.
Hello.
Wow, she sounds like she's bored with this whole situation. All
Sorry.
right. Well, you handled that incredibly well. So well, in fact, we're going to send you the home version of our game psychically.
Okay.
And I just did. All right.
Good.
Have a great weekend.
All right.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye now.
She is chipper,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how you knew there was a Beaverville, Illinois.
What? You don't know about Beaverville?
The cathedral.
It was our former nation's capital. That's how I know about
Cathedral of the cornfields is
Learn
there.
history a little bit.
Did you know that?
Maybe you should go to school, Keith, and
You
learn.
look like an idiot.
I mean, there's Philadelphia, Beaverville, Illinois.
That's weird that the
and
nation's
Washington,
capital.
DC.
That's weird that the nation's capital, the United States of America, was settled by 32 families from Montreal, Canada.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, but
That is weird.
Because we're diverse and inclusive.
Thank you.
We made Beaverville the capital city for a time.
You still didn't answer the question.
Americans.
How do you know there's a
I
Beaverville,
told you it
Illinois?
used to be our nation's capital.
Thank
How
you.
could I not know that?
Okay, got it.
So you looked it up, and
Of course I looked
I'm
it
gonna
up.
see if there's a Beaverville, Illinois.
Where 306 people live, I'd like to point out.
Oh, wow.
306.
Wow. All right.
So when would you say that it was the nation's capital, since I don't obviously know that?
1973. It was our nation's
Oh,
capital.
that's when they hit their peak population of 442 people.
Yeah.
That's why we thought, hey, they are really growing right now, and
Getting out of hand.
let's hit them while they're peaking, and we'll make that the
That's
nation's capital.
It's right there in the heart of the country.
Right? Yeah, it's the exact midway point of the nation. So that's what they did.
That's what they did.
That's what they did. All right, I think we declare it right. 7-3, Bengals over Browns.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I mean, we don't have time for.
We don't have time. For 2 more quarters. For one more quarter.
So this game is Halloween night. If people want to follow along,
Right.
Bengals at Browns.
So we won't know on Monday morning
No.
the outcome, obviously. So Monday Night Football.
I mean, we know that the Bengals are going to beat the Browns because we're predicting it.
Because Moron Trivia just predicted it, and it's almost never wrong.
Do you want to do the international?
International what?
The
I want to go back to the. I want to finish
Eco
this.
Freaks.
The art. Yeah, let's finish the art museum, people. Let's see what happened there.
How does that make you feel?
This is so weird. So he is gluing his head, his bald head, to the painting.
People are just ridiculous.
And then for some reason they pour tomato sauce on him. And then the other guy glues his hand to the wall. How does it feel?
I'm not sure I understand the tomatoes.
I don't understand it at all.
Being
No,
apparently.
because it's not destroyed since there's glass on it.
Listen to the museum guy. The museum guy busts their bubble.
Where is that feeling when you see the planet being destroyed before our very eyes?
Get these morons out of there. It's just so stupid.
Right.
Why do you allow this?
This painting is protected by glass.
Yeah, it is.
It's just fine.
So what's your
Vulnerable
point?
people in the global south, they are not protected.
So great.
The future of our children is not protected.
Oh, shut up.
People in fuel poverty.
All right, I've heard enough from this moron. We should be calling him because he wouldn't know any of these things either. But why do you allow it?
I don't
Why
know.
doesn't security come and
Just
rip
immediately.
them off of
Just
the painting in the wall?
immediately get them out of there.
Get them out of there. Don't allow this bull crap to occur.
Don't try to.
What are you
please
doing?
move. We'll wait.
Right.
We'll do all this.
No. You just immediately cuff them and
Shut it down.
if you have to, get them to the ground, handcuff them, jam their hands together behind their back and drag them out of there.
Somebody get Millie over here and clean out the skin that's on the glass case of the thing.
Right.
We've got tours coming through.
Yeah.
Based on how that guy sounded, I see hard times for Hans and Franz. I mean, that guy's accent.
Yeah.
That felt like a Hans and Franz.
It did.
Situation there.
And he feels like and sounds like and looks like a total and complete buffoon as well. But you're not hurting the painting, and you know it.
You're hurting your cause.
What are you doing?
Idiots.
Asinine. Have a great weekend. We'll see you coming up on Overtime and then back here Monday. Have a good weekend.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.